Hi, I'm Peter Knight. I want to show you today a drill that you can do with a tennis ball to show exactly how your right arm works. Now, there's a couple of key things in the movement of your right arm, where your right elbow is in the swing. Now, I hear a lot of players talk about flying elbows or tucking their elbow in or sticking wood covers under their elbows, all those sorts of things. Let's have a look at exactly what should happen during the golf swing. When I set myself up at address, my elbows point to their respective hips. My left elbow is pointing to my left hip and my right elbow is pointing to my right hip. They're not tucked in, they happen to be pointing somewhere, they're pointing to my hips. When I start my backswing, my elbows are still pointing to my hips, my right elbow is still pointing to my right hip, and of course that's going to change during the backswing. As the club swings back to the ball, my right elbow is going to return to a point where it's pointing to my right hip. Now, it's not tucked against my right hip, it's just pointed there. It's not pointed behind me or out that way. It's actually pointed in toward my hip. And then as I move through impact, or with a ball, throwing a ball, my right elbow stays pointing to my hip. The reason that we're doing the drill with the ball is because the movement of tossing a ball, and I'm going to bounce it just before the wall and then let it come back to me, that movement mimics the movement of the right arm almost exactly. So if I bring the ball back, move down to throw the ball, my elbow's in front of my wrist, which is in front of my fingers, same as a normal throwing action, but my elbow is actually pointed to my hip. It's, like I said before, it's not tucked in. So if I bring the ball back and throw it down and forwards, then I should be able to let it go toward the ball. Now, I'm a left-hander, so that was actually a pretty good throw. If I practice that movement, I'm actually doing a lot of the movement that looks exactly like a golf swing. So grab a tennis ball, find a wall. I'm standing about maybe 8 feet away from the wall. I'm bouncing the ball 2 or 3 feet before the wall and then letting it come back up. And that, like I said, will mimic the movement of the right arm in the golf swing. Practice that and then build that feeling into the swings that you're making with your full shots, and you should find that your right arm movement will improve significantly.